Hi, I'm Andrea. Welcome to my automated trading channel. Here you'll discover strategies and tools to trade simply and intelligently. If you like what I do, subscribe and leave a like to stay always up to date.
Welcome everyone. In this new video, I'll show you how to set the magic number of an expert advisor. And what is this magic number for? The magic number is an unmistakable number that is unique to the expert advisor. So everything is defined by this number. Let me explain now. If our expert opens a trade, that trade will be linked to the magic number. When we go to close it, we need to check that the trade we want to close was opened by this expert. To do this, we will check that the trade is associated with the correct magic number. Otherwise, we risk having multiple experts running on the account. Thank you. And ending up closing trades from other experts or trades on other things because we don't identify them correctly. Here we are. I've added the part of the code we need to define the magic number. Let's take a look at what we've added. The first thing we need to do is in the input section where we create it. This is how I usually do it. We create a group that we call magic number and comment. Thank you. Here I insert an input, an int variable, so an integer, which is the magic number. The magic number can have any value, so you can set it to 1 if you like, 112,540 or whatever you want. It just needs to be an integer. I usually put a random number so that it's unique for this expert advisor. Usually the next line I always add is the one for the comment. So in this case, I call the variable comment. And it will be the comment for the trade, so trade. Comment. This is a specific value that in this particular case we can confidently refer to as prova. Much like our expert prova YouTube. We will meticulously insert this identifier into the designated location where the expert will diligently perform its trading operations. And every single time it successfully executes a trade in the comment field on MetaTrader, we will distinctly observe prova YouTube being clearly written. In this precise manner, we will unequivocally know and confirm that this particular trade was indeed made and initiated by this specific expert advisor, providing clear traceability and understanding. Here you can name it whatever you want. The name you gave your expert, you put it here, or whatever you want to appear in the comment. This comment is a string value because it's between quotation marks, so it's a text string. You can enter whatever you want. If you like, you can also include variables in the comment. You can add the symbol or the stop loss or the target, whatever you prefer. Where do you enter the magic number? Once we have the input, the magic number is initialized in the onInit. So you insert this line of code and initialize the magic number. Now let's see. Let's try to compile and see what happens. We have an error and it's right on this line with the magic number. Why is that? Because here we're using a trade function, but we haven't included the necessary libraries we need to execute trades. Thank you. Now let's go ahead and add this information as well. To use the trade.mqh function, I always insert these 3 lines of code with include, and these 3 lines allow us to execute trades and read all the information about the positions we have open. I'm not going to explain in detail why or how it works right now, but it's enough to just include them at the beginning. I always include them before the inputs. These 3 lines should be included and everything should work. Let's check by compiling. We compile, we've included everything. We have all these extra lines from MQH. Everything works, 0 errors and 0 warnings. Let's go to MetaTrader and see what happens. So I'll show you what happens if we want to put the expert onto a chart. Now we have this chart open. We simply drag it on like this. First, we have the initial page where it tells us the name of the expert, the version, the copyright. These are the details we previously entered at the beginning. And then there must always be allow algo trading or allow, depending on your language. But this must always be checked in the input data. We have all the inputs that we set ourselves. So we have the first group, the moving average settings that we defined, the RCI settings that we defined, the magic number, and the comment. How do you modify them? It's very simple. You just go here and make the changes. Here it gives you all the time frames you can apply. If you don't want a period of 200 anymore, you set it to 150, you change it, and so on. This way you can modify it. The same goes for the magic number. If I don't want this number anymore, I can set it to 125, or for the comment, I can write whatever I want, a line. Once you've done all this, you click OK, and it will be applied. I'm not doing it now because I don't want to mess up the chart. So here in these screens, you can go and check in our strategy tester. By going to data input, so on the third screen, you'll have all your settings that you've created. So in this case, you have what we've entered, the magic number, the trades, the RSI, and moving average settings. Now let me know in the comments if you have any ideas on how to continue programming our expert, if there's a strategy you'd like me to code, or if you have any comments or suggestions, let me know. If not, we'll continue in the next video where we'll try to program it to make some trades just for educational purposes. We'll come up with a strategy just to get it working and to understand the mechanisms behind programming these experts. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe so that when we reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll start this live session on my account and you'll be able to see all my trades and even copy them if you want. See you in the next video.